Hey everyone, sorry, had to go have dinner. Right. Hello everyone. I see a few new names. Hey Hakim, just talking to you. Hi Vanessa, welcome. Thank you. So for those that are new, there's a link on your screens, that Discord link. If you click it, right, it will lead you to the Zoom meeting if you prefer Zoom. I think YouTube sometimes is glitchy. Yeah, my parents came back late with dinner, so I had dinner very late. But it's okay. So I'm watching GJ and EJ now. So GJ made a fake out to the bottom. So originally, if you were following the first stream, I was actually long biased on GJ. So when it came back down first, and then it held that 4-hour zone at 137,400. So now I'm just waiting to see if there's a pause in the market so that I can grab an entry in on the 15 potentially. Sells? No, I didn't. But I caught EJ long. Because at that point in time, because I'm bullish on GJ, so it was very difficult for me to take the sells earlier. Because I think the sells were over here. If we look at my spot here, so this candle having not much of a bottom, so no bottom wick and very tiny bottom wick. And then when I looked, I think earlier on the 30-minute, this was a rejection to me, so it was a bit hard for me to take the shot, but I took EJ, which was also a risky trade, but news was already positive. So what do I use to track my trades? I used to use my FX book, but it's not super accurate, so I gave up on it. Now I just track my trades manually using Notion. Yeah, the journal that I use. Ooh, hello Jose. Nice. Singapore chat group. I don't know, I had some trades where it wasn't tracking and it just hung. Like I could have taken like 2 longs separately and then it tracked one and didn't track the other. But maybe it's just maybe I didn't set it up properly, I don't know. So I gave up. But anyway, it doesn't really matter to me. Like I'm not really using it because I can see whether I'm positive or negative on my account, so. And I do my own journaling at the same time, so my FX book is just a bonus. Yeah, if you just want to journal, then oh, okay, so Vic, do you have the Discord link? So on the Discord link under announcement, I put up the journal template that I use. So you can click on it, play around with it, and then see whether it works for you. Change whatever you want to change because it doesn't affect me. And it's free, guys, it's free. Yep, it's similar to Trello but has a bit more functions. Tracking your trades. So journaling is important in trading. So let me show you. One second. Let's check on EJ first. Hey, what's up? Filmon, give me a second, yeah. But if you're in Slack, right? Raja allowed me to post my stuff in Slack, so you may or may not need.
Oh, nice. Congrats.
Yeah. He gave me permission. That's why I've been posting.
I told you you'd give it to you. Nice. That's good. Now you got multiple platforms, you know? You gave him the Discord link? You gave Film on the Discord link?
No, not yet. Do you mind helping
Yeah,
me?
sure.
Yeah. Winnie, I only took one shot on GJ. And yes, I track it down, so everything's here. So for today, one loss, one profit. EJ was lost the one that I hit profit on. GJ was a bit unfortunate. I'll share my trade later. Okay, I think maybe that link might not work. Does it still work?
Yeah, it's a new link. I just made it right now.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, Raja kept shouting me out inside the YouTube chat. So today the YouTube has more people.
Nice.
Yes, so like.
So, what you're looking at EJ for an opportunity?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
But it's just moving. The next pause I see that EJ potentially might have is around this area at 126,300. Because now it's just breaking and then there's no support for us to go off. Not even on the 15. So I can't take any entries.
Yeah.
But if you want to impulse, by all means, because there is a strong momentum, but it is risky because you're coming into a lot of 1 hour zones on EJ. So,
what are your so you're done with GJ for the day?
no, I'm still watching GJ, but I will only take longs probably above 137,800. Because now it's in the middle of the range.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm just thinking like if the previous 4 hour, right, was bearish, right? It like it closed way below the other previous 4 hours, like for the rest of today. The other 4 hours. I'm just thinking like, what if this 4 hour, the new one that just opened up 15 minutes ago? I'm just thinking like if we don't if we pull back on the hourly and then we don't break like 137.8, or let's say we break that and we go to 138.2, 138.2, sorry, would be the top. So I think the trade would be invalid after that. If we don't break 137.8, Like I'm just thinking if we see some sort of like um I'm just thinking this could be like a pullback on the 4 hour, you know what I mean?
Yep, I think Vic is on the same idea as you.
Yeah, so if on the 15 and 30 like we start seeing resistance form and you know, some solid closes on the 1 hour, maybe we could take the trade back down.
Yes. So earlier I mentioned that I was bullish, right? But if we look at higher time frame, so
Yeah.
if you look at 138,300, so there has been 2 rejections on the higher time frame already. So if there are actually breaks below 137,400, I'll be interested in shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the crucial level that I need to break at 137,400. But then if you look at the shorter time frames, this will be the pullback to come back down, if that's the
Yeah.
case. So GJ might just be chopping for the time being because it hasn't decided where it wants to go. But by tomorrow, when we see this daily candle actually close, if it closes bearish, we know what to expect for next week. It's gonna come down till 136,500.
Yeah.
So if it closes bullish, then we might have a tougher time going back up, because this area 138,300 is strong as hell.
138,300.
Yeah, it's just super strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So EJ is long gone. So it is long gone. Right. So I was saying I took longs on EJ earlier. So it was a
Oh yeah, with
riskier
the
trade.
Euro news.
Yeah, so it was riskier. I took it after the first news came out because based on, if the interest rate news was just neutral, they didn't do anything, right? It just means that
Yeah.
they are still overall positive on it. So that was what I was
Yeah.
banking on. Plus, on the 15-minute, right, it was already making structure. It was making structure higher highs and higher lows. So this was the break. Retest was, and then it made a newer higher high. So that's what got me into the trade. So I took it long here.
Okay.
Yeah, but because it was risky, because I was also going into the second part of the news, which is their press conference, right? Sometimes they do announce other things as well. So because of that, once this trade actually pushed and closed bullish, my stops immediately went under that 15-minute candle. Because to me, if this 15-minute resistance that after that turns support, if it doesn't hold, then I also want to be out of the trade.
Yeah, for sure.
But either way, I was already expecting very strong bullish momentum going up. That's why I even pushed my trade under a 15-minute candle.
Nice.
So that was EJ. On GJ, it was a bit more unfortunate because, okay, so I missed out. So I had my zone for the 4 hour below at 136,800, right? But then Ted mentioned the bodies, which I didn't see, because to me the wicks were more important at that point in time. Yeah, so when I entered short, it was because on the 15-minute, this candle already broke my 4 hour zone, came back, did a retest on this wick, and then closed lower, so I entered. And then when the news came out, it just flipped and I got hit.
Oh.
Yeah, I think this is more news induced than anything else.
Yeah, but you were trying to take the short under 137,200, or like sorry, not 200, like 137 like 300 is where you got in, you're saying?
No, exactly on the close.
Oh.
Yes. So I had my stop above the zone, above the wick. And then I was
Yeah,
looking to take it down to 136,500.
Yeah. I
But that
think you just
was
got in early.
I think it was news that flipped and made me. Okay, so it was a few things. It was news, and
The new 4 hour?
yeah, that was right smack at the Euro news. And if you look at my entry, it's right at the 4 hour bodies of support. So I think that could have been another reason why it hit stop loss also.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one I didn't see, because if you look at my zones, they are below.
Can you go back to the time frame that you were looking at, that you entered on in this one?
Yep.
On the 15, right?
Yep. So I was looking to clear this.
Yeah.
At least.
Oh,
Yeah. So this
it was an
was
hour ago
yeah, this was a bit unfortunate,
at
I think.
8:30. I got you.
Liquidity grab must respect previous 1 hour high on GJ Shane.
Like you see how it's already kind of rejecting the 137,800 on the smaller time frame.
That's why if we look at the higher time frame, right? I
Yeah.
think Shane also mentioned, like what you mentioned earlier, it could be a liquidity grab to go up and then come down.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping that it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll wait.
Why did you take entry after so much bearish momentum on GJ, right? So I was looking over here on the entry, because if price broke my 4-hour zone that I had, to me, this retest here, the wick retesting that zone and then closing lower, was actually confirmation for me to take it down even lower on this bearish move. So I was riding on the bearish momentum. I don't really like to call tops and bottoms on GJ, because if you look on the left for GJ Shin, there's clean candles, so I was just looking to fill this on the lower time frames.
See, the thing is, L, if you look at the weekly, right? It's already so bearish, right?
GJ?
Yeah. And it's under that 137,800. But there's there's only 1 day left in the week now.
Yeah.
Like,
More or less
I
it
don't know
should
what
close
to
bearish.
expect, you know what I mean? At this point.
Yeah. I think someone was talking about looking at the weekly as well, but to me, if we are trying to stick the intraday move, the weekly might be a bit slow to give you sufficient info. So I would look towards how this daily closes actually for tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. Like, because it's at that support right now, right? Like the body, it's at the bottom of the two bodies there of the previous candles.
Yeah.
So like this zone is also like, it might not break it and hold it. But that's what what we're betting on. That's what we make money on, right?
Yeah. It's all probabilities. Like my
Yeah.
trade, like what Shane said, yeah, it was unlucky because I was right smack at that low.
So look, if you open the 4 hour right now, right?
Yeah.
On the 4 hour, you see how the current 4 hour is coming to like that bottom of the previous 4 hour?
This one? Yep.
Yeah. You see how we just retested that 137.8? It went up there and it came back down now? You think the next 4 hour we could push down to fill that wick and continue down?
If this, okay, so now we take it like time frame by time frame, right?
Yeah.
So if this 30-minute candle closes bearish, then yes, it's coming down. Then you look at the 1 hour after that. Because if you look at this 30-minute candle, it's forming a lower high.
Yeah,
So
because
it
look,
doesn't have the push to go higher, not to me anyway.
Yeah, because what I'm doing is I'm looking at the 5 minute at this level now, right? and I've seen rejection twice now at the 700 level, and the like the pattern, you'll see the pattern, and it's the same kind of pattern you notice even on the higher time frames. Sorry, the 5 minute.
Yeah, so
Oh yeah, so you're gonna say with
yeah,
the 15?
so if you look at, yeah, cause I don't really touch the 5, cause if you look at the
Yeah,
5,
yeah,
right, you would have gotten in here also, because this
yeah,
flip,
yeah,
right? So if you look at least at the 15, if this one, okay,
yeah,
so you start, like I would start to see if the 15 starts to close bearish, what about the
yeah,
30? And then I'll start going up from there. Then you'll give
yeah,
me like some inclination of whether it wants to come down and then flip below that 4
yeah.
hour candle.
Got you.
Yeah. So slowly, like the lower time frames were built into the higher ones. So
Yeah,
yeah, Shane, you said it right.
yeah, I hear you, because I just look at the smaller time frames because they build the higher ones, right? So you
They're all
definitely need to go
fractal.
between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charts are fractal. If resistance is created, there's a high possibility for sell, yes. So if you're selling, basically you'd be riding that move down, because
So
earlier on the 4
yeah.
hour it closed bearish, 1 hour also closed bearish. So I mean, you guys have been following me for a while. You know, like if 1 hour and 4 hour is closing bearish, to me there's a strong bearish momentum to come further down. It's my charts instead.
So let's say the 15. Okay, Philman has a question here.
Yeah.
He's asking how would you enter, right?
Yeah, so
Um,
not yet. So I need
yeah,
this
not
30
like,
minute to
not
close
when would you
first.
enter, but what would you be looking for? I think he's asking to enter, right? So my question is now, Al, if you go to the 15 minute,
Yeah.
and you see that you see this 15 that's bearish.
Yeah.
If this closes and it basically negates the previous bullish candle, right? Then I think I would look for the next 15 to like make some sort of a wick, you know what I mean? A wick up,
Yeah.
and
And then take
not
it
break
down.
the high.
Yeah.
And I would look for it to continue going down.
Correct. So on the next candle, right? I would wait. I
Yeah.
wouldn't like immediately enter on the candle break. So I would use dynamic risk to enter this if you really wanted it. But I prefer to be on the 30 minute, to be honest, because there's this zone here also.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
which is the top of that previous resistance. So if you're entering off the 15, if this candle closes bearish, and you wanted to impulse entry in, stop loss above this one here, and then wait for the pullback, and then if it comes back down, then you take the entry. I would not enter
Yeah, that's what I got
immediately.
there too. I took an impulse entry after the at 550.
Yeah. So Jane, this is the 30 minute close you want based on the 15, yes, but this 30 minute is not strong because
Oh
it's
yeah, that's
on top.
not.
Yes. So if you want, you can go halfsies. You can half now, and then look to go half again later once it breaks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm more in profit now than I was in the previous trade that I had during this session.
Yeah.
All right, I just closed it just to get this 15 pullback, if it does. If it doesn't, whatever. I took my profits.
Whoever got this? Yeah, Akmal, I don't like it either. I didn't enter. So this was the idea. I did not take it. because the 30 was weak, but you could have halved first, right? You would have gotten your 10 anyway. Yeah, so for those that are asking about not being awake, yes, there was also another thing that I saw that could potentially affect this trade coming down. It should go and clear until 137, the bottom, basically this support, this recent support here. This is no problem, but anything beyond that I'm not sure, so I'm waiting for stronger confirmations. Yep, Niranjan, you're right. So break below 137,400 is, I'm more comfortable with that. But everyone should have 10 pips already if you are gunning for just 10. Steph, yes, my account is real. How long do you stay live? Till London close. So I have 2 streams for those that are new. 5 AM to Raja, and then the next one is after Raja ends till London close. So I am the before and after. Yep. So for those that didn't take the trade, because you saw weakness in it, I think maybe like there's nothing wrong with not taking the trade, so it's a good thing. So just maybe like what Raja says, just see how you could have taken it also, or maybe if you would have taken it. So if you don't take it, then you might want to journal it down somewhere. At least if you know it only moves until that 30-minute support, you know how much a push with no wick and a resistance in the way can go. So for future reference, you know if you want to take that trade or not. So I've seen this too many times to know that I don't want to trade into this 4-hour wall over here. Basically, zones are like walls. If there's a wall in front of me, I'm not going to run into it. Yeah. But this was an idea because the trend down is strong. The bearish trend down is strong. That's why I called it. And yes, Joel, the stop was wide. But if you look at it, it's a 1-to-1 risk-reward ratio to the support here on the lower time frames. So it might be enough for you depending on your own rules. For me, I need 1.5. So this is not for me. Yeah, VT, you expected the wick, right? But I think because the momentum was strong, there's no wick. So if there's no wick, you could just, if you wanted to take the impulse,
but the
you can
wick
just
is on
take it.
the if you look at the 30-minute, like the wick is this whole candle right now, you know, the wick, like, sorry, even if you go on like the 1 hour, we were talking about, like, we came over from the previous stream, right? Oh, actually the 1 hour doesn't show it. Like, sorry, the 15-minute was showing it. Like the wick,
this
on the 1 hour, it looks like it's the wick, but on the 15, it's basically this previous bearish candle breaking below the body of that bullish candle, right?
Yeah, but then there's this wall.
Yeah, there's that wall as well,
Yes.
for sure.
Yeah, so that's the wall. So like some of them didn't take it because wall and then no wick. Oh man, like
yeah.
stop.
I mean, sorry, what I was trying to say was, if you were taking the idea from what Ted had explained, like 30 minutes ago, like whatever time ago in the previous stream, about, you know, the next hour candle leaving a wick to the 800, and if it and then my idea was, you know, if it rejects 800, then we can still go to fill, like, you
Come
know,
down, right?
the previous candle. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So
But the thing is, this 1 hour wick, 1 hour candle has not closed.
yeah.
So I am, yes, it made a lower high so far, but I don't really count it because it hasn't closed. So if it hasn't closed, it's not, I have not gotten confirmations from that time frame. So I only can read it off the 30. So all I read was that this, so the idea is the same. So on your end, you're looking for a rejection of the 800, and then on the 30-minute it already rejected. So effectively, if you're waiting for that 1 hour so-called trade, you could take it already on the 30, which I think might have been what you did.
Yeah,
You get what
I
I mean?
took it while it was rejecting the top and coming back down, right?
Yep.
And then when it was rejecting the top and it wasn't going above the previous one, that's when I went on to the lower time frames and then took an entry. That's how I got it in at 550, right? Otherwise, like you couldn't tell here where, like, why would I take it at 550? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I closed at like 350, right? So it's like, or not even 350. I closed at 390, like, you know, so it was like that wall there, like it broke below the wall, but I also don't want to take, like, my idea was just that it's going to reject the 800, right? It wasn't that it's going to fill the wick at the bottom. If it does, like, hey, it worked, right? But I don't know, around this time, like, I noticed when we get off the stream, or like even after, well, that's after London, so there's still quite a bit of time.
Yep.
But I noticed, like, yesterday after we left, I think price went up, right? It went like way up.
That was because of that big, I think.
Yeah, because I think we were looking at it. Yeah, so we were looking at
It
it
was just filling the
yesterday.
wick, I think. This one here.
Yeah,
Hit
yeah,
this?
yeah,
It was just filling the wick and then to continue up. This one. This is the one that you guys caught yesterday.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
candle
Yeah,
closes.
that was the panic buying.
Yes, it was the slam on the magic keys button. Yeah, so I wouldn't take just one day's info as the price action for that timing. I would just check. Like I would do I'll just look back in history and see whether between Raja's stream ending and then the London. Okay, so for that hour, basically when Raja ends, right? Does price actually slow down? So then you can probably make an inference. Yeah. So I've noticed that nowadays the New York Stock Exchange Open does nothing. Doesn't do much. So this was a fluke because there was news. Yeah, it was that last minute Euro news. So VP, if the candle closes below 450 and the next one opens, but it didn't, so it's okay. If you still wanted to take a trade, just be aware that the support is really near or on the lower time frames. But if we move up to look for more, to look for cleaner information, if you just look at the 1 hour, right? Once this 1 hour candle actually manages to close inside this range, you should be good to clear this remaining candle here.
See, that would be, to me, that would be a little risky.
Yeah, but you have to enter off some kind of new resistance.
Yeah. Well, to me, the new resistance was at the 137, 700.
This one here.
Yeah, and then it closed below the bullish, like it was bigger than the bullish candles beside it. So that's kind of like where the most how do you say, like, appropriate risk trade, you know, would have been.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you entered here, right? So you entered somewhere above.
And then you got the wall. You're right. So yeah,
that's why you didn't hold it.
Conflict. Yeah, that's why I didn't hold it as well.
Yeah, so I think if the wall wasn't there, you would have held it all the way down. So it's
I would,
because the wall is there. Yeah, but
I would have asked you, you know.
That being said, guys, my zones that I see might be different from what you see. Trust your own zones. Because if you take a trade based on your own zones, you have more confidence to take the trade where you want to take it. So like, for example, maybe Guy, for yourself, you don't have this zone. For some reason, you don't have this one. You might actually just go all the way down. Yeah. So I would say trust your own zone because everyone's read of market structure is slightly different.
Yeah.
Even just now, when Raja took his first trade, I didn't take it because I had like a wall in between. I think he went long, right? So
yeah,
so for me,
I wasn't even there during that time.
I think he took it long. Where was it? I think somewhere here. Yeah, so I couldn't go long because my zone was there. So I would be trading right smack into my zone. So I didn't take it. Yeah, so I think earlier on the first stream, I told the guys that I'm not taking the long because firstly, if we look at the 15, right? So how I got the idea of not going long and to trust to this zone over here was because if we look just over this area, previous resistance was made.
Yeah.
And then the second resistance that was made was actually lower than the previous one. So that showed that there's not, the buying pressure is actually lesser. And then if you look at this third resistance, it's also lower. So that was actually a prelude to the trade coming down, if you ask me. Because it already rejected this 4-hour zone 3 times.
I had the exact same zone as you on the 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And I remember as soon as I opened the Zoom session, I looked at that trade that Roger was taking, and I was like, you know, I wouldn't take that, but I guess it makes sense, you know.
It made sense. Yeah. Because he
I
was
longed
looking at individual candles. So the candles were making higher highs and higher lows, but I had a wall. Raja didn't have this wall.
Yep.
Yeah, Raja didn't have it. So like just trade and trust your zones and make your own inference from what you see on your chart. So if you lose or you win from it, then just find out why it was, whether it was luck or whether you really saw something.
Right.
Yeah.
I ended up taking that long, and it was a it was a quick loss, I guess. The sells I had framed the whole time.
Yeah.
I even posted the chart and everything. I looked away for like a second, and it just tanked down.
Yeah.
That was that.
You took the sells here?
This sell right now, yeah, I just took this sell on the 15 minutes. Oh, on the 30 minutes, sorry.
What are you reading on each time frame? Key dog, what do you mean? Market structure is more of an art, so each person has their own interpretation and no one is wrong. Yes, definitely right. Well, yes, I got permission from Raja to post my link there. So you guys can check Slack, can check Discord, up to you.
You know what, El? To be quite honest with you, the reason why like your zones here, I really like them and everything is because they match up with mine. So like, you know, it's why like I would take what your word for, like, you know what I mean, certain things, like look at price now, like it's back above the zone, you know.
Yes, so that was a quick push. So like I said, you probably can grab this area here, but for me it's tough for me to go all the way down for now until I get a more solid close. Anyway, this range here is 50 pips, 60 pips, so we have base.
If we close above, I think that basically reflects like the sellers are exhausting, you know what I mean?
If it closes above?
Because we got this one, you see the one bullish candle here, the green one with no wick at the bottom?
Yeah.
And then the next one that has a bearish candle with no wick at the bottom as well. I think this is sellers exhaustion. You know what I mean? In the intraday, in this session, like this is where sellers are bottoming out. Earlier it was 136,800, and then now we made a higher low. Correct,
but at the same time, right, it could also mean chop, because it just means that they're just fighting at this area. So do you really want to be caught in that fight? Unless the 30-minute really just breaks and then closes for new support, then why not go up?
Yeah.
But I see this area as just the buyers and sellers fighting, because if you look at just these two candles here now, so the 15 just closed. So if you look at it, it's like, it's not telling me anything.
Yeah, you're 100% sure. I'm not saying like it's a buy or sell. I'm just trying to understand, like, you know, what's happening right now in the market. You know?
Yeah, so if you look, so if the 15 is a bit messy for everyone, so what I'm seeing is we just go up one time frame and you look at the 30, so they tried to push it down and then now these guys are trying to push it up. So 2 pin bars, there's no direction. So let's not get in the fight between them. I think that US getting started should put, us getting started should put more weight to your zones than our own until we get more experience. Yes, you can use it as a guide. Maybe just, okay, when you draw your zones, if you're trying to match mine, try to understand like why my zones are that way. And if you can find an understanding from that, right, you will be able to draw your zones on your own in future as well. Yeah, you can use it as a guide. What are you looking for on the higher time frames? Because you are entering on the lower time frames. Okay, basically, right now, since I'm trading the intraday ranges, right?
Yeah.
I would be looking at this current 4-hour candle. So this previous one that just closed about 40 minutes ago, it closed bearish, correct? So I can't take much info from the 4-hour because there's another 3 hours left in it. So then I look at the 1 hour, it also closed bearish. So 2 time frames telling me that it wants to come lower. So for now, I am short bias intraday. Because if I'm entering on the lower time frames key dog, I would just look at these 2 time frames so that I can trade the smaller moves. I'm not looking to take an entire swing like this. Yeah, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, so let's just let whoever let the banks fight it out here. We'll just wait.
Yeah, let's just we can watch for.
Let's watch the
good.
action from the sidelines.
Yeah. I might even just take a quick 20-minute shower while waiting because I do have to go do other stuff as well after. I have a haircut at noon actually.
Yeah, what's up?
I think I'm gonna call today here. Personally, if this 1 hour doesn't break the low of the previous 1 hour, I think we're just gonna start ranging. And I mean, yeah, I had my loss, and I took another trade just now, closed 50% at 10, and then stopped out at break even on the rest. So that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it was a good day.
Yeah, you are right, because like you mentioned, the 1 hour, right? It's in between this previous candle. So the highs are not higher, the lows are not lower. So that is also an indication for chop.
Yeah, plus the news.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
We have unemployment claims, right, coming up today, or they already happened.
Over.
They already happened. We have just a bunch of nothing.
Low impact news.
Yeah, low impact news.
So oh, I just saw this. Okay, there's some dude from Canada who's speaking.
We do have the conference in shortly as well, right? Because I think Rakil was saying that the Euro news was not the impact, there was not that big of an impact from that. The conference is what's gonna have the impact. And I seen news headlines too that said, let me pull it up, hold on.
Yeah.
Basically it said Euro ECB nothing will be said until the conference.
What conference?
Give me 1 second, I'll pull it up.
Shane, I cannot see URL, so you need to okay, if you read the description, it'll teach you how to send the chart, but you gotta click the camera button and just copy the last part of the URL. I cannot see links on YouTube.
So it says that ECB says president of ECB will comment on considerations underlying these decisions at a press conference starting at 14:30 CET today.
Where's the news?
Central time.
I think Beirut and Sam is saying that was at 1:30. So that was earlier, is it?
Yeah.
My timing's all messed up.
So, oh no, it happened. I think it's
happened. Over.
Yeah, it happened because right now it's 2:30 CET and it's 8:30 a.m. my time. So I think it already happened. Hold on, let me confirm.
Big move. You guys have the website that you're looking at? What news is this?
Let me pull up where I'm seeing this.
So that at least the guys on YouTube can see also. Vans. I notice usually the 930 candle follow through previous 15-minute and 30-minute candle momentum. Mostly there's little to no retracement of wicks. So entry as the candle opens and move stop loss to break even ASAP. Yes, I've noticed that too. But it depends on how much you want to grab, right? If you are just okay grabbing 10, then yes, this should be a viable strategy for you to grab. Because even on this wick down, that was like 20 pips for you, so you will have worked. But for me, I don't really grab so little. I usually, if I were to enter, if you saw how I drew it, I was actually aiming for the daily and this 4-hour low. What's your thoughts on the cat newsletter? Will you be placing buy stops? No. I don't even know what the guy is talking about. Like, who's this? No. Damn, this news, right? No. Anyway, that's way past my bedtime. Yep, she got it. Use the I look at the daily for direction key dog, but I don't have a lot of emphasis being placed on it because most of the time I enter on the 30 or the 15, maximum the 1 hour. So I usually go up 2 time frames max. Yeah, Vance. So your strategy would work if you just grab 10. Because sometimes if you measure it, your risk reward is actually negative, I think. Like in that case, if you just now you were looking to grab 10, you would definitely be negative because this wick is so big. But it's fine if you're just grabbing 10. Just manage your stop loss accordingly when the candle flips against you. If we close bullish, I'll recreate this one. The grey one? Recreate it how?
So it's right here. The link I posted in the Zoom meeting. So basically I use this Reuters like company or whatever, right? They send out news headlines, right? So it's like a bot that's running news headline. This is just like the article that it's
I think the news already passed, right? Just now you mentioned.
Yeah, it already passed. Yeah, at 7:49 in the morning today, 2 hours ago.
Okay, let me see. Let me see if it reflects here also. Then sometimes I'll check this one. So it's called BC. Wasn't this the news earlier?
Yeah,
Isn't this just the speech from like this news? The press conference?
Yeah. That's from the press conference. Yeah. Yeah. So it happened at 2 hours ago. Exactly what you were talking about. Yeah.
What's when there's no trade? You go to 5. Yes, Filmon. That's exactly. If there's no trade, like if you feel like you want to trade and you want to click the mouse, just physically stand up and go and do something. Like go get a cup of water or something. So like that's how I avoid FOMO or like over trading. You physically move away from the computer. Go pee or something. I don't know, just move. Sam, actually, if you ask me, use a demo and then scratch the itch on demo. I'm not for it actually because you're still scratching the itch. The point is to not scratch the itch. Yes. Get a pair of cups. Yeah. If you use a demo, you're gonna still click the trade, right? So one day you're gonna click it on live.
Yeah.
Just especially if you click on demo and you win. That's like
oh, man. You can get that confidence, that fake, the fake confidence.
Wow, your name is very long. The game trailer man. Hello Singaporean. Okay, hello. How long have you been trading full time? Since April, I think. Oh, sorry, since the beginning of this year. Yeah. But I've been trading for 7. Yes, Sam, sometimes it's too itchy. Try, stand up and walk away. Really stand up and walk away. Go pee. Wash your face or take water.
Don't click, you know, just don't click. Just watch with us.
Now it's tough. Sometimes if you look at the trade, right, and the candle is moving so fast, and then you just go click, and that's it.
Yeah, but if you know, Al, you're hosting it and you're looking for opportunity as well, you know,
Yep.
and we're not afraid of you leaving early or anything like that. You're gonna be here till London close.
Yeah.
I'm sure if there's an opportunity, you know, I would bet on like taking the opportunity you're taking, you know. Ja was saying drink some tequila.
Wouldn't it make you have like looser fingers? Like less control. Don't tell me about tequila, man. I had such a bad experience with it. The last time I drank it was during my birthday. My 21st birthday, I puked into a... What do you call that? Those big speakers.
The toilet?
No, I puked. I was at a party, I puked into their speakers. Yes.
Into the what?
I puked into their speakers.
Oh,
I was so
shit.
gone, I thought it was a bowl. And then I hurled into it.
Yeah, I don't really like tequila, you know.
Yes, tequila is death.
Yeah, actually, first time in my life I tried the like the not the Don Julio bottle, the Classy Azul. You know about it?
No.
It's like it looks like an antique piece, like but anyways, it's like a pineapple taste and it doesn't taste anything like tequila, but it's cost a lot of more money as well. Yeah, after I drank that, I don't know what tequila is anymore, you know, except that one.
Yeah, Shane, okay. I see what you're trying to see. You're updating your zones as the price moves, but then that would be a never-ending move because as price keeps forming new resistance, it will be tough for you to know which areas to avoid. So in this case, if you moved your zone like this, you would then take the short down. But then if you look at my chart, right, you'd be just trading into this area over here, which is a bit of a stronger resistance because it was on the 4 hour. You get what I mean? Because I think you're trying to move your zones, right? William, no, I don't have a Telegram, but I have a Discord. The link is in the YouTube description. Why was tequila ever created anyway? Poison.
Damn, I'm just thinking here, like on the 4 hour, you know, price. So from last week, like we came from 142.5, right? There hasn't really been any like real resistance created on the 4 hour.
Yeah,
you know what I
until
mean?
this area.
Yeah, until this 138.2 now, right? Like
Resistance or support?
Resistance, like even this one is just a minor, like even on the way down we have some other spots where there was like, you know, price went up and then the next candle completely brought it down, you know what I mean? Any of the other spots where there was resistance, but 138.2 was like where we haven't been able to break it. You know how it came to retest it on this next 4 hour right here with the bullish and then the bearish candle as well, didn't break it.
Correct.
So
shouldn't we look for entry right now? Sorry guys.
Sorry?
Sorry, there's a resistance created on the 30-minute and already another candle has went bearish. And I see this is like a retracement and to go push down. What you guys think? For GJ?
You wanna take this shot here, right?
Yeah, I'm looking. If it starts coming down a little bit, I might.
Okay, so
breaking the low?
Yeah.
If you break the low, then would you have enough space to fill this area? Like, would your risk reward make sense? Because if you want to enter it now, then your stop loss would be here, and then you aim
Yeah,
for
about
this.
the 30-minute.
Yeah, so that's 1R for you, right? So you would be able to take this if you're just looking to aim at this area.
Yeah, I'm just looking for like 10 pips.
Yeah, then you should be in already.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you see, if you are only looking for 10 and your stop loss is 16, then effectively you are actually risking more on your
Yeah.
trade. Yes. So you get what I mean, right? Like, it is a valid entry because it did break, but again, my lines, yes, they are lines, but they are also zones. So this whole area is just a whole area of mess. That's why I didn't call out the trade also, because
Yeah,
I
think
want a
maybe
really I want a really big candle, just bam, and then if it's best if it breaks this support as well. If it's just tiny ones just slowly trickling down, then I'm good just missing the trade. But if you're just grabbing 10, like I said, this will be good enough for you to have that 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, just if we go on a tangent and you want to ask something trade related, just cut me off.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, like, even if you can use that the support that's now a resistance as like your 50% cutoff or something, you could still mitigate risk. It's not the complete 16 pips too.
Yeah. Short was on the previous candle.
Yeah, I think since price retraced
Yeah.
for this 30-minute, I could even put my stop loss above this new candle because
Yes.
I don't see it going back. And if it does go back right now at this current time, it would be like basically close 50% at least.
Yes. I mean, I would leave it here first, but I would cut it like when it breaks above its own high. But once
Yeah.
it breaks below the previous candle's low, then yes, I will be here. Because if you shift it too fast, then you cut your trade off. Then it's like you might as well not have taken it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would at least give it space to at least try to break the low before I shift it above. But in the meantime, it'll still be here. So you make a manual cut on your own once it flips above itself. Does that make sense?
Yep, it does.
Yeah. But this wasn't a very strong close to me. Like, it's iffy.
I hear you.
It's really iffy. But this is juicy. I know. So earlier, I took the short also because this was juicy. Yeah, but then again, if we remember what Ted said earlier, this is support. So now this area here, okay, I'm going to put it in dotted lines. So like this area here, price has bounced 3 times already on the 4 hour. The most recent one, so sorry, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I would be careful coming down here. A 137.15 break would be good. 137.15. Yeah, anything below this, you have a higher chance of coming down lower to 136,800. But nothing below this red dot. I think I will only enter if price breaks below this red dotted line, preferably. So I see this minor support being made.
Oh man.
Huh?
I think Paul's saying GJ will go up because Euro went up.
I mean, to each their own. We see different
Oh
things.
my god. I'm just in his oh my god.
30-minute. Ooh, let's see. Yep, so it's Shane, I think you saw the exact same thing as Philmon. But it's just that he had it on this immediate candle. But yeah, this, if you take it on the previous candle, then it would have been into that wall. Like my wall at least.
Yeah, that strong previous that resistance. Yeah,
This one,
I
right?
think yeah.
Yeah.
That
This
one was
is
strong.
yeah, 400 is just scary. I need it to clear.
Yeah, I think it's pushing down though.
Yeah. There's definitely 10 here because this wick is 10 already. Yeah, so
Yep.
it's 10. So you would be able to get 10. Yeah, almost there. Are you in, Jomon?
I've been in right when the opening of the this new 30-minute candle.
Nice.
So Yeah, I'm like six pips up.
Yeah. So you're about to shift your stop loss.
Yeah.
Just enter as a current 15-minute open again. Stop loss above the current 15-minute top wick.
20 pip range.
Momentum, it shouldn't come up above to the top wick. Yeah. Yeah. That's really how you scalp it. I mean, there's no other way of putting it, but since it closed below, should continue lower. Oh, so did like Paul and I both share a link. That's so awkward. Oh damn, he shared it right below mine. Oh damn. That was awkward. He's probably like, who's this person sharing links on the Slack?
You know what though, L? Like I feel bad for the people that are there because he's not like,
Nah,
you know how
I
we're
guess
discussing.
you choose who you want to follow, because some people might not like the way I trade because they might think it's too slow.
Too
You get what I
slow?
mean?
What? Like
Because I
at least
wait.
we're not losing money, you know?
Well, he has wins too.
Yeah, I'm not saying like he's losing. I'm just saying like right now he's telling people that GG is gonna go up because Euro is going up, but Euro looks very different from the GBP pairs, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But he probably
And it's
explained
like,
it in
oh
other
my
ways.
God, you know?
I mean, if they're from Slack, they should probably wait for some kind of support to be created.
Yep.
Yeah, hopefully, you
it's
know?
just a bias at the end of the day. It's just a bias, and then if the bias does not work, like you're not gonna be stupid enough to enter without support.
Yep, correct.
Unless you're a new trader.
You know what? You'd be surprised at the amount of people that just follow blindly, man. Like it's
Yeah, definitely. That's is a rookie trader. That's definitely a rookie trader.
yeah.
You gotta have your own ideas as well. But it's always a learning, you know. It doesn't matter if it's a bad, you know. They will see if the trade does not work. They will understand like, oh, this did not work.
Take trades. If you trust, okay, I wouldn't say trust, but take trades if you understand and agree with what the person is saying. If you are iffy about what the person is saying, don't take the trade. Like, I might be wrong. Also, I'm not perfect, but I'm just trading what I see.
Yeah.
So, even if Raja is like taking a trade, if I don't have to take it myself, I can't be taking it.
Correct. So, Sharif, I look at FIB levels only for Confluence, and I only draw my FIBs on 1 hour, 4 hour, but only sometimes. I don't use them for entries.
Okay, I just closed 75% and put my stop loss at break even. So
yep.
I'm chilling.
Yes. You
nice
should come down.
man.
Is your final take profit here, or are you aiming lower? Or are you just leaving it?
I'm thinking about aiming all the way to that at least that resistance that was created before with the, you know, it's like 20 pip range. So
around 137,300. That's why price is dancing. Yep, correct. It's the same zone as me. How long are you watching live charts and backtesting in day? I don't backtest every day. I think I backtest now. I'm doing live backtesting every day, if that counts. Cause like if I miss a trade, right? So if you guys look at my journal, yes, sorry.
Oh, sorry. I just said I just got out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so if you guys look at my journal, right? I do take note of trades that I've missed also, so that I know like if I miss them, how could I have taken them next time? So that's live backtesting. Yeah, but if you ask me like if I use like Forex to do simulators and stuff like that, maybe once a month. So takes time to resonate with people. He'll call buys, lose people's money. Yeah, I guess everyone knows. Everyone has eyes and a brain. Let's just put it that way. If you lose enough times, you'll just unfollow on your own. Or if the person is just not making sense, you'll unfollow on your own. So that's why like people follow Raja, right? Because there has to be something that he's saying that is making sense. He doesn't even need to show his like my FX book or whatever, I think if he doesn't even show his profits, people will still follow because he's winning most of the time. And if he's losing, he's also explaining why he lost it. So I guess the explanation is more important than just telling people, oh, I won like 10 trades this week. So
there's people in like social media like that are Raja haters, and they say like, oh, he's not showing his actual meta trader, but like, we're doing this live, and if he's already like every single day like calling out trades, like why would he not trade?
Yes.
Why would that would not make no sense? That would not make sense at all.
Right.
So it's like people are crazy though. Some people just hate.
Yeah. Yeah, Stacy said it right. As in, it's not just me. I think just everyone has their own views. Everyone has their own perspective of the market. No one is wrong, no one is right. Just trade what you see. Don't trade what your mentor sees or what whoever that you're following on the stream sees. Because if you see something different, don't just take the trade just because they're taking it. At the end of the day, you're going to just feel really uncomfortable, and then you'll probably cut the trade earlier than you should. So yeah, that's just my 2 cents.
Hey El, if you go into the hour, I think I see like the price is just fighting that zone, like not zone, but like
the wick,
a bullish, like that last bullish support or something.
Which
it's
bullish?
Like trying to break it, but
you can draw on my chart.
But like, oh yeah, okay.
I think you can annotate.
Yeah, I think so. So it's like, this is the hour, yeah.
Yes, this hour.
This part is like it's fighting here. Like, I think there's a lot of. Can you see it? Yeah, it's just right there, just coming back and forth.
Yeah,
so if it breaks that one, it's like gonna be good.
Yeah, this whole area is just messy. If you see price going up and down like that, oh, I don't know how to trade it, to be very frank. That's why I'm just waiting until it clears it.
Yeah. After I closed 10 pips, so 75%, it came back and hit my stop loss at break even.
Yeah. So you really got to just grab it and run.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why my first question to you was, are you grabbing 10? If you're grabbing 10, then yes. If you're not grabbing 10, then good luck.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Good luck. That's all I can say.
I really like the 10 pip. Like, it's like so simple to me. Like, you grab 10 pips, and in daily compounding, it would just grow.
Yeah.
So, and sometimes sometimes the candles just go like hard.
Yep.
So you can still grab more too as well. So.
Yep. FX me. Yeah, GJ will move 10 pips either way. Yes, 10 is very easy to grab on GJ. In fact, 30 is fairly easy to grab also, to be frank. But you just gotta have a bit more patience and not stare at the chart. If you want to grab 30, you stare at the 15, you are going to be very anxious. Because it's going to chop.
Oh, it's moving nicely.
Yeah. Still, we can still go long after the support is formed because the daily is still forming higher low if this support holds. Maybe Evan, maybe. Because anyway, the daily is still open, so we don't know. I'm just looking based on the 4-hour first. So right now the 4-hour already broke all its previous candles. And so did the 1-hour. So for now, I am just short bias till the London close. That's all. Because that's all I'm trading. That's all I care. Yeah, if you want to make it easy. Yeah, Evan, I think you're looking at the 4-hour. This wicks over here as like rejections to go up, right? Yeah. Yeah, we see that too. So that's why this whole area here now coming down is very iffy. So earlier I didn't take that shot. Yeah. Yes, shady is the word. So I didn't take that shot. And Mail. I think you can listen to like their views and how they read the candles, because it's never wrong to learn anyway. Or if you feel like you need the company and the background noise, then just leave it running. Evan, you are very fierce. You grab 10. Price is gonna do a fake out. I should fill the candle at the doji candle. On the 30, which doji? Somehow it's losing steam. That bearish candle form with no wick below. People on Zoom, if you want to ask me something, you can draw on the charts, okay? Just saying. Just draw. Just remember to clean it off. It would be nice to take a sell at 137,100 down to 137,100. Okay, one down to 136,790. But London close could mark the candle up. Yeah. This area here, I would like to take shots here as well. But if you look at 4 hour, right, those are all wicks. So it's danger. I just be a bit careful. But there is clean candles to be cleared on the left also, Paul. William, do I trade on the Eastern time? I'm in Singapore. Do you have... My trading time is 5 to 11 Eastern, if that makes sense. Like, let's just use their timing for easier clarification. Do you have sell stop? No, I have no sell stops. I'm not in any trades. So it sells also almost the same as the top. Yeah, the wicks are big here, so definitely you can grab 10, 20, but not for me. But nice catch. Click the... Evan, you can click the pen. There's a annotate, I think. I'm expecting London close push to give you something. Yes, maybe. But it will give you something into this messy area on the left. So.
Hi.
Yes.
Yep. Okay, give me the 15 minutes.
Oh. Yes, sir.
All right, so just now you were anticipating a long to go back to the consolidation area and form a support, right?
Yeah, this area?
Yeah, I mean, it's this candle. Okay?
Yes, yeah. Okay, wait, let me make it bigger. Okay, yeah. Yes.
So it's this candle. If we are going to expect this to be a fake out, it should even fill this and go back into this region.
Yeah,
and
correct.
Correct? But then the next candle, the next 15 minutes, it didn't.
I help you clean.
Okay,
now clean already.
Yeah. All right. Then how do I go back to the? Okay. So it didn't went back to
this area.
Yeah, it didn't went back to that area.
In
this area. So, and it doesn't feel this way. Right. And the moment the next candle form is a bearish candle, there is no lower wick, like what Ajak mentioned here. Right. So once the moment the next candle break this low, you will anticipate it to go down because it's like forming this, and this is the resistance. So your stop loss will be at this top area.
Yeah. So just now, I don't know whether you were on yet, but I did call out the shot there, but okay, wait.
Oh, it's very messy.
看不到, bro. Okay, so okay, so this area here, I called out the shots. If anybody wanted to take it, they could, but I also said it will come down because I think I was mentioning earlier, just on the 30, right? So I didn't read the 15 so much. I was reading the 30. So just candle by candle, if I read it right, break of first 4 hour zone, break of second 4 hour zone, right? So by right, it should continue to go down, but then price retrace, did a pullback first on the 30 minutes. So when this candle actually closed, and then the next candle didn't even make a higher high compared to the previous 30 minute, right? That was the entry shot.
Oh yeah, it's the 15-minute close.
Yes, correct. So it's the exact same thing, just I used the 30. So I get your idea. But I also said if they wanted to take it, it will be risky because you'll be like slamming into this wall here. So I have this 4 hour zone because of all these resistances on the left, right? So if you want to take it, then be prepared that price might bounce.
Yep.
Yeah.
So now when the price is going to hit your support, I would think that may start to form a support and go back into the region.
The range. So this whole,
I think this will only occur tomorrow.
yes, maybe. So
Yeah,
at this
because now we are
current
losing volume.
Yeah, so at this current timing now, we're just going to range in this whole shady area, like you said. This whole area here is just gross. We're going to chop here, potentially, I think. So earlier, if let's say like the trade, right, this 30-minute candle just went bam and then it closed like below my zone, I will be so happy to take it.
Yes.
Yeah, but it didn't. So it just shows me that there's a bit of problem trying to calm down.
Yeah, even now you are losing the steam already.
The candles are getting smaller.
Yep. So yeah, once you secure anyone that secure the trade, secure, don't overtrade. It's over.
Just keep grabbing your 10 and keeping in your pocket.
Yeah. Yes.
So Sharif, what's the difference in key level and key prices? Same thing. It's just different terms used for the same thing. You just need to remember that support and resistance are always zones. Even though I draw them as lines, they are always zones. Down wasn't a fake move up. Afterwards, slightly was due to news. Yes, this one here, right? Yeah, news. Just different breed of structure. Yes. Bye bye, Evan. Enough already. Close the chart. Bye bye. Go. Sorry, Emil, I missed your question. How long have I been trading? 7 years. Properly, 5 years. First 2 years were gambling, if you ask me. Yeah, EJ never made a retest. No entries. So 5 plus all Forex only. Thank you, Maryone. Yes, we need more female traders. I think there are a lot. Like Purple Lady is one of them. Very good trader. If you guys can understand her charts. I can understand what she's posting, but yeah. I think her wins are quite sick also. And she's fairly consistent. Okay, I forgot the name, but yes. Whoever knows it, knows it. Oh yes, Winnie, thank you. This one. You keep calling her Purple Lady, so I call her Purple Lady also. Yeah, this lady here, but I don't understand, sadly. I think previously, sometimes if you watch how she draws her zones, you will get a understanding also. VT, you got a new monitor? Yes. Yes, I think she only trades EU. Right, no worries, SC. If you don't see anything, just go off. Nothing wrong with that.
Oh, did your profit hit?
Me? I'm not in
Yeah.
anything.
Oh, I thought you was in GJ.
Oh, you mean the shot just now? No, I didn't take it. I was
Oh.
just reading it with you.
Yeah, I think I could have had my runner stop loss
Yeah.
just under this new candle rather than on
Yeah.
break even.
Yeah, that's why I think
Oh,
earlier I was I think you pushed your stop loss to entry, right? But I asked if you were gonna put it above the wick only.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't want to lose anything. I was like,
Yeah.
I already got 10 pips.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe it would not come back.
Yeah.
It did. So yeah, the best option should have been like above the snow candle.
I think just follow what you are comfortable with, because if you put it above the wick and then you get stopped in a little bit of loss, you would be a bit pissed off also, because you allowed that loss even after it moved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried to analyze my trades, how I could have taken the best trade.
Yeah.
I just do that like so I was just thinking like in this case the best way I could have won the whole thing was if I put my stop loss above it.
Yeah.
You don't think that's good?
Sorry again, you broke up a bit.
So I said like I just try to analyze my trades every day. Like if I take a trade and like that was the best way to pick that trade. So I thought that runner I could have left that stop loss a little bit above. Even if I lose, it wouldn't hurt as much because it was a small. It would have been a small like loss.
Yep.
To gain more.
I think okay. If you agree with this zone here, then yes, you could have put it above the stop loss. But I guess it's also a matter of like if your own rules tell you to just move it into break even once you hit 10 pips, then just follow it. Sometimes you get hit, sometimes you don't get hit. So if you keep like thinking about, oh, should I not have pushed it into stop loss? Should I have? Then I guess one day you'll just not push it into stop loss, not push it into break even not push it into break even at all. You get what I mean? So sometimes it's just that if you get hit, you get hit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I understand.
I mean,
because next time it could come back and hit it, and I would be saying, "Oh, the best thing I should have done is this."
Yeah.
So,
so it's just a lot of if-then statements.
Yeah.
Plus, we all knew that like 137,400 is gonna be a problematic area where price just keeps going up and down. So the potential of getting wicked is there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You make sense.
Yeah. At least you secured 10, right?
Huh?
You secured 10 pips?
I stuck with my rule, I just put on break even and then...
Yeah, so you got some out of it.
Yeah, I did. It was a good trade. Yeah, I think this was my only trade for the day, so I'm happy with it. I'm doing great this week, actually. This is my first week that I'm having like a really good consistency. I haven't lost the trade yet.
Wow,
So,
nice.
Yeah, I'm really happy about that.
Yeah, so the 30-minute just closed with no wick at the bottom. So if you're still looking for a trade, then I would wait another 15, see if new resistance forms for you to take it down. If it doesn't form, then no trade for us tonight. Forming off this minor support that was made. Oh, looks like it doesn't want to form. So AJ, there are 2 wicks to the left side on the 1 hour at around 137.055. I think it's this 055. You worry about it. Zone as a possible rejection zone. I'm not sure if you're talking about these 2 wicks, but I look at, okay, so if I don't really have clear structure like this, so now you're saying that this could be, this whole area here could also be a zone, right? This dotted line. If I'm not sure, then I'll just go up one more time frame, and then the structure becomes a lot clearer. So I have this 4 hour over on this area that tested and then came back, sorry, over here. So support and then broke and then came back to test as resistance broke, came down and test as support. So I used the 4 hour to give me more validation. So this area as well, so broke, came back down, tested as resistance, came back down again, tested one more time, and then broke through and then came back to test as support. So honestly, I don't really have that zone in the middle. If you just go up one more time frame and try to draw zones that touch. That's how I have a few lines. But basically this whole area here, is just messy. It's not going to be a clean move down. So if you want to trade it, just wait for new confirmations. Like in this case, you'll wait for another 15 minutes to see whether resistance forms so you can take it down. And yes, it's at the 4 hour support again, which is what Ted said here. 15-minute close with no wick, I'm out of the trade. Yeah. If you're in profits, just take it and keep it first. Emil, is it late for me? Do you have to adjust your schedule? No, I trade full time and every day I only trade 5 to 11 AM Eastern. That's like right before my bedtime, I think. I sleep at 2 anyway, by the time I'm done journaling. Enter after the candle close. Yeah, Paul, there was no wick. It was tough to enter short. So like, if the candle closes without a wick below, I usually wait on the next candle. I don't pull the trigger immediately on this close. So I'll wait to see if it pulls back, and if it does, if it comes back down, then I'll enter. What pairs do you trade? Here. So GJ, GU, and EJ. I don't trade gold, I'm still trying to understand it. Also, yeah, so if you guys, yeah, so I agree with Vance. On these support resistance lines are, yeah, they are like really on point. So if you're still trying to pick up support and resistance, watch his older streams and try to see, mark his zones on your own chart and then see what he's seeing. Then you'll be able to improve as well. Yeah, his zones are really on point. You're right, Vance. I agree with that. That's free education there. Emil, do I ever wish I could trade earlier? Last time I used to wake up early and trade Asian, then now I don't anymore. I just do what I need to do in the morning, gym, go like teach my kids, like my young students. Then by 4 p.m., 5 a.m. Eastern max, I'm done with my other duties. Yeah, BT I just answered. Yeah, so I teach little kids as well. And if not, I just go to the gym or I do other stuff. Oh, okay. I have an announcement to make. If anyone is interested, because I wanted to blast it only when I hit like 500 followers, which for some reason I did today. I'll put up a story later, lasting till the end of tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern. So I'll put a question there, just a hint. I'll put a question there. Then if anyone wants a chance at like a month's mentorship with me, then just go ahead and fill out the question. I'll choose you at the end of tomorrow. Yes, yeah, I'm not teaching anything. I'm just okay, so firstly you need to be agreeable to do this, right? So I'll show you the journal. If you think this is painful, don't do it. Don't sign up for the challenge, right? So this is what you have to fill up. I'll coach you on this, see how you're entering your trades, see where you're going wrong. So if you look at some of the questions that I have marked up inside that help me along the same train of thought, right? It's like this. So you've basically filled this up on every single trade you take. I'll give you comments at the end of every trading day before the next session starts. So think about why you're taking the setup, blah blah blah. If you go to the Discord link on the YouTube description, the template is there. You can have a look, see whether you're interested, and then once I put the question up or whatever on Insta story later, then I'll pick one person to just handhold for the month, right? So you have to be willing to fill this up. If not, I cannot help you. So Yasir, you don't need me to teach you anything. Raja taught you everything. So unless you want to learn how to manage your trading psychology better, maybe I can help you on that point. Because after grinding 7 years, I think my trading psychology is okay. I wouldn't say great, but it's okay. Like I recognize the triggers and whatever not. So maybe I can help you with that. Okay, I'll just look up for the story later. Oh shoot, yes, sorry. Yes, I thought little kids. Yes, I teach science and English. Yeah, Stacey. So if you use Notion, you'll be very familiar with it. So oh, cool. We are both teachers. I guess that's why I'm teaching now on Zoom. Okay, so 15 minutes rejecting that minor support. So on this trade, if the 15-minute closes and flips bearish, right? If you are wanting to trade the continuation of the move down till 136,800, then your trade would look something like this with your stop loss above this support. Okay, so you'll be going about an 18 pip stop loss for about 24 pips move. So you'll be hoping to clear these candles here, but only take it on the close. And only if this 15-minute candle closes bearish. So that's the criteria, right? Yes, I crossed 500 because of all of you guys. So it's time to give back. Is that on my IG? It is not posted yet. I'll post it later after the stream. so that I can randomly pick someone. So if anyone wants my IG, it's on the YouTube description or on your screen. Oh, if I could trade New York Open in the morning, would I prefer it? Nah. I think if you have a full-time job, then it's tough. So our timing is actually good for people who have jobs. Oh man, I'm not in. I'm just clearing my magic keys. Okay, I'm gonna put here. So it's a fair competition. This is my IG handle, right on the screen for everyone. Oh, Vance, you're a doctor? How are you trading and like working, man? Okay, it has moved. Oh, stop. A risk reward might get skewed if you're looking to enter on the close. Yeah, I don't think I'll be in unless it pulls back. Yes, you're welcome, Paul. Well, I thought if I had questions, then probably someone would have it too. So I just made a video. Plus, it was fun. Yep. So you guys caught it. So impulse move could have been the entry as well. Just be aware of how you want to trail your stop loss. I'm not taking this, but you can take it because it's about to close bearish and below the previous candle. So it should easily come down and clear the wick. Clear the candles on the left till 800, right? This is how. But look, the risk reward's getting a bit ugly, so be careful if you're taking it. Oh, nice. I was 1-2 Vents. No more for me. Welcome back, Jay. So if you entered that short, right, just manage your stop loss accordingly. So if you entered somewhere around this area here, think about how you want to tighten up your stop loss. Maybe you want to be at break even once it passes a certain area or something like that. It's a 25 pip move. Please, can you explain why you didn't enter the trade? Yeah, sure. So for me, so on the 30, so Roshan, I prefer minimally 1:5 risk rewards. So on this trade, right, when this candle broke and then this candle came back, this 15-minute candle came back to retest that previous minor resistance, minor support. So when it came down and then flipped bearish, the entry was there. But because I can only confidently say that price can go till 136,800, I'm not comfortable with the risk reward because it's negative. Does that make sense? I usually want my risk reward to be like minimally 1.5. So, and yes, so we are nearing the end of this whole big move down. As you can see on the higher time frames, this area here, there's nothing more after that. And then there's no more volume. There's going to be less volume after London closes. So I'm not confident that this move further down will actually happen at the London close. So you're depending on the wick to enter. So there were two ways you could have entered this, depending on your risk appetite. One, I called it out at first. I was drawing it here as the candle came down. So remember earlier, this current candle was actually bullish. It went up, it was green, and then when it started to come down, it was still green, but it was already rejecting. So the impulse entry would have been made once it broke the body, right? So when it closed, it was a lot lower. Then your entry would have been like on the close with those same stop loss. Yeah, there's potential for 10 pips. Definitely, that's why I called it out. Because I know some of you take 10. But it's just not for me. Yep, 137 is institution number. Yeah, correct. That's why if you look at my zone, right? You look at my zones. Sorry, I'm losing my voice a bit. If you look at my zones, they are all round numbers. Yep, no problem, William. So if you like want to keep a note of the trade, usually what I do on like my Instagram as like a reminder to myself, because sometimes I review these as well. So I just put up the chart there. I mean, Notion's like my main basis, but sometimes I do put up the chart there as well. And then if you look at the YouTube page, right, I started including timestamps at timings where I take the trades. So it might be a bit easier for you guys if you want to like see how I entered. So here, so I put timestamps like this, so there's an explanation of why I entered the trade also, in case you forget or you wanted a review. So I did that for the recent few trades over there. So I did it. So I told everybody like why I took the loss also, if that helps. So you don't have to watch the entire 1 hour. Nice, Ethan. Thank you for joining. So you're saying it'd be ideal to enter once the current candle melt past the previous candle. On the 15th, yes, as an impulse, because in this case, it really rejected that minor support. And we also had clean candles on the left here coming down. So we were already anticipating this move down. So that new resistance being formed by the wick was enough to take it down, because it's a strong bearish momentum. Yeah, it's okay, Joel. Just like journal it and then see what you could have done better, or if you could have avoided it. But break even is better than a loss, right? Free yourself. Are you a day trader or a scalper? I would say I'm more of a day trader, but my entries start as a scalp. Thank you, William. Yeah, because so Ling, it's too late because the risk reward is just off. Because the candle closed even bigger. Yeah, Evan, you would have 136,800. Bye bye, Paul. Thank you for coming. And thank you, Dom. First time here, do you always do London close? Yes, I have two timings. 5 to Raja and Raja till London close. Thank you everyone. So you hit take profit. Good job. Expect a potential support at 136,730, yesterday's low. And begins weak bullish momentum throughout the rest of the night. Yeah. I mean, potentially, yes, it might bounce, but I don't really care about the charts after I leave fans. Cannot. I need to have a life after the stream. Must cut off charts. I'll analyze it again tomorrow. Free yourself. I don't know how to do break evens on Tradingview. Can you enter on Tradingview? I know you can if you're brokers or vendor, but you can just shift the lines, then you'll be at break even. Bye, Filmon. Nice trade earlier. So if you want to join and get the Zoom links, I'll post it in the Discord chat. So join if you want to join. It's free anyway, but I only have 100 spaces on Zoom. Yeah, no worries, Filmon. Thank you for joining. See you tomorrow if I see you. Yep, definitely. Ding ding ding. Take profit hit. Yes, Zhao, I am closing the stream soon. Any last minute, any more questions? Last questions. I already hit take profit, so as in not me, but GJ already hit take profit on anyone who's in sells. Right, so if there's no questions, I'll post what I have to on my IG later in about an hour's time. Give me some time to set it up. Oh, thank you, MM. That's very kind. Rollins is okay. If you miss one, you can always catch the next one. I didn't take it either. Right. Just make a note of if you wanted to enter it, how you would have entered. Then you can catch it next time. Right, so I'm gonna call it. So, if you have any questions that I missed out or you want me to answer, just DM me on Instagram. I do reply, but give me some time. Right, this is my IG. Okay, good night, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are from. Have a good rest of the day. Farewell, farewell. Thank you, Emmanuel.